Hello, hi, Molini Kamalam Khanya, and welcome back to yet another episode of the Running Podcast. Today, I am so honored to be joined by a true legend and Wings for Life ambassador, Marco, and his pilot, Shuki, as we chat about all things fitness, life-changing events, and Wings for Life World Run. I mean, then I'll just have to stick like this the whole time. Okay. Cool. Or maybe not. Cool. Hi, guys.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Yeah,
Good, thank you.
What have you guys been up to?
I've been lazy all day. Been waiting to come through to this podcast.
Amazing.
Resting up for the weekend. Resting up for Sunday.
Love that. You're looking forward to Sunday.
Waiting all year for it.
You're waiting all year for this one moment. Are you looking forward to this weekend?
Absolutely, yeah.
You got a big job to get through.
Oh, it's all good, eh? One step at a time.
Love it. Absolutely love it. I think I'm also looking forward to Sunday for sure. I think this will be my third Race for Life race.
In the Cape Town one?
Yeah, I've only ever done the Cape Town one. I heard the other ones are really cool, really interesting, but I've only ever done the Cape Town one.
It's been growing, eh?
It has.
It's been growing.
It has. I remember the first year we did it, we actually started here at the Red Bull offices.
Okay.
And that was after COVID.
Okay.
And it was quite a small group. Last year, it literally just grew.
Like double, triple,
Probably
maybe
triple
more.
or quadrupled the size from what we had the year before.
Yeah.
So I'm quite expecting for this year.
I know this year's going to be bigger. A lot bigger.
Spot on.
Yeah, sure.
And you've been here like 4 or 5 years now.
Yeah, I did 2018. I did the first one. I went through.
Okay.
And there was a small group. And that started on the promenade.
Oh, wow.
And there was like 40, not even 30, 40 people to see. And then I came through last year. I was blown away. I was like,
last year was...
Wow.
Last year was big.
Yeah.
Even me, I was a bit shocked coming from the previous year. I
Yes.
did not expect that at all.
Yes.
But what a great turnout, and love that athletes showed up and literally backed the cause, which is absolutely amazing.
Yeah. I've seen the socials just been exploding. Internationally, it's just been getting bigger and bigger.
Absolutely.
Big athletes, big names have been dropping in.
Yeah.
So,
As it should.
thankfully, rightfully so.
As it
Rightfully
should.
so.
I mean,
Well,
why
yeah,
not?
Exactly.
I mean, I've always questioned why they weren't running to begin with.
It's just awareness. That's all it is.
True.
Just people don't know. I mean, before my accident, I didn't know about much about disability or any at all. To be honest with you, someone rolled past me. To be honest, I wouldn't notice them, and now I've become one. But
Sure.
hey, it's nothing wrong. We're all the same. We're the same as anyone else.
Well, I'm excited to dig more into that story a bit later. But I've done some research on you.
Oh, okay.
Always have to do
A
some
little bit of
research
stalking.
on the guest.
A little bit of stalking.
Not awkward or weird at all. I definitely done my fair share of stalking to find out more about you and your journey. And I remember reading up about it, and it was actually so weird because I was reading up about it and I got a call from Drew. And I was like, wow, what a coincidence. I'm literally reading up about Marco. Drew's calling me from Red Bull. And I remember reading through your story and I just felt absolutely, incredibly, all sorts of feelings, just overwhelmed, but like in the best way possible, and so inspired and so in awe of your journey and what you've gone through. And it's incredible.
Thank you. I see it as just a normal day. The life for me. This is normal life.
I mean, I guess, I think also you had like a drastic change as well.
Drastic.
So that was quite interesting. But I mean, even going back to that, reading up that you were a bodybuilder.
Fitness model.
A fitness
I
model.
always have to correct people on that.
Okay.
Maybe big guys, but not all big guys are bodybuilders. You can do other things as well.
Sorry, my mistake. Fitness model.
There we go.
You're at the peak of your fitness modeling career.
I was, yes, definitely was. At the peak, literally. I achieved my pro card 6 months just before my accident. And that is like the biggest achievement I wanted to achieve was that. And then the accident happened. But it's okay. It's just transitioning into a different life. That's all. It's the beginning of a new one.
Absolutely.
It's a death to the old and then transitioning into birth of a new.
Yeah, and how long were you doing the fitness modeling for?
I started in 2008.
Okay.
I was approached by a bikini athlete. She said to me, "You've got a good look, you've got a good physique. I think you should do fitness modeling." And I was like, fitness? I immediately was like, I don't think this is for me. Now I was like, I don't know about this. But then she said, well, that's 10,000 Rand prize money. Well, now I'm interested. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. So I put my all into that.
Yeah.
And yeah, I won my first show, won my second show, and I thought,
Wow.
well, I guess this is my thing. So I just continued from there, and I got sponsored by Muscle Science. I don't know if you know or
Okay.
remember Muscle Science back in
Yeah.
the day. I became their face of Muscle Science with Marius Dene. He was their bodybuilder. I was their fitness model.
Okay. I think that's where the confusion is. Yeah.
And that's when my life actually really changed, when I became one of the ambassadors.
Okay.
And then, yeah, everything just unfolded from there until 2013, where there was WBFF, another organization,
Okay.
and that was for globally to be internationally recognized. So I thought, okay, now I'm very well known locally in South Africa.
Yeah.
Let me spread my wings. Let me go, internationally. So put my all again. 2013, everything I had, because that's what I do. If I want to do something, I want to do it properly,
Absolutely.
all the way,
Absolutely.
do it right,
As you should.
as you should. Yes,
Yeah.
and I did not win that show. I came second, but I achieved my pro status. So I got my pro status, and I was like, that's what I wanted.
Yeah.
Win would have been fantastic. Always want to win, but the achievement of what I wanted, I did get. So that was fantastic. I mean, that day was phenomenal. And then, yeah, the big turning moment was the day of my accident.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, when I remember reading that, and I was just like, I couldn't imagine what you would have gone through or what you were going through in those moments.
There was other things. In 2007, my dad passed away, so that's what made me put my head down to compete as well. When the opportunity arose to compete, I thought, okay, let me train as hard as I can, because
Yeah.
I got a motive behind it. And then 2012, my mom passed away. So then 2013 came along again, that drive and that motivation
Sure.
set in
Yeah.
again. And just put my head down in the gym. The gym was my place of solitude. That's where I
Yeah.
found I just trained and give it my all, and I also was a personal trainer. So I
Yeah.
lived in the gym basically. And yeah, that's how it all transpired.
Wow. So post accident, how did you recover? Like, I mean, mentally, it must have taken a big knock as well, going from a
Yeah.
fitness model
Yeah.
to now suddenly not being able to be in the gym
Yeah.
as much as you were before.
It's a different paradigm. It's two different worlds.
Yeah.
It really is two different worlds to see it as. But I didn't know it at the time. And I always said, I'm going to recover. I'm going to walk again. I will walk again. But to be very honest with you, I did have a slight doubt in me because the legs weren't moving. I was paralyzed. From the moment of my accident, I was completely paralyzed. I couldn't feel anything, like nothing.
Sure.
Couldn't move from chest downwards. And that feeling was something else. I had to just get through nights of tears, days of tears, hours and hours of tears, just to get through it. And I can say it took about 3-4 years to just accept it and say, okay, not that I'm not going to walk again, but now this challenge is extremely difficult.
Yeah.
But then in 2016, when I came back to Cape Town, because I went to Johannesburg, back to Durban, because I'm originally from Durban, that's why I said back to Durban. I went back home to Durban and then came back to Cape Town, my second home. And I started at the Walking with Brandon Foundation, because they were doing a research study on getting quadriplegics to walk again. So I thought, this is a big thing for me. For 6 months, you can go, I think it was 3 times a week, and you get basically free training, the best of the best, to get people to walk again. So I took full advantage.
Why not?
And I was like, oh, now this is might as well call my name. This is for me. So I'm so happy that I came back, landed up back to Cape Town.
Yeah.
And to do that for 6 months. And I managed to get back onto my feet, not fully recovered and walk again, but with the assistance and with the walker, take steps for up to 20 minutes. I mean, so to walk for 20 minutes,
That's amazing.
it's an amazing feeling. It's an amazing feeling. After the 6 months, it was a bit difficult. Then life happened again.
Yeah.
And then I wasn't training for a while. I got really sick. I got really ill. I got really lazy as well. Got really demotivated.
Yeah.
And then my walking wasn't happening anymore. Then I went back to training again. So that's just the athlete mindset. I'm like, no, I got to do this again.
Yeah.
So I went back into training, got back on my feet again, and kept on going. And that's where I am at the moment again. Back into training, back on my feet, and going to keep the momentum going. Not going to stop this time. No,
Well,
there's no
now
stopping
there's a
this
lot of
time.
accountability now
Yeah.
that it's on camera.
No,
There's
definitely.
lots of accountability.
Definitely no. That's no stopping this time.
That's
I've got good
amazing.
support. I mean, hey, I've got a good backing behind me now. Being
Yeah.
with Wings for Life has just given me so much more motivation now.
Yeah.
So yeah, now I've got the motivation.
I love that. Like I love, and I even just reading some of your stuff on Instagram again, just stalking. The motivation that you have, the determination, absolutely love that. And again, like so inspiring. And I think for even people who are lazy to run, who are able to run, I mean, I think even reading your story, surely that should be enough to motivate someone to at least start walking.
Yeah, exactly. Just to do that. Get out of bed. Get off that couch.
Exactly.
You know, put that remote down. Put your phone down, shall I say? That's a new thing. Put your phone
Put your
down.
phone down.
And get up and take a walk. Start with that.
Yeah.
You know, even if it's 1K, 100 meters, if some of them aren't even doing that,
Exactly.
you know.
Start somewhere.
Yeah, start
Start
somewhere.
somewhere.
Start somewhere.
I'm assuming you help him on the runs. You guys partner up
He's my
together.
power, yeah.
I mean the pilots.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. So when you said pilot at first, I was like, oh, that's quite cool.
You are the pilot.
Absolutely.
No, because when he messaged me, he was like, "Yeah, come on, pilot, come." And I was like, "I don't know if this is supposed to be an inside joke." I was like, "Okay, cool. Who's the pilot?"
Yeah,
It's so cool.
that's it. That's the reference.
So now I fully get it. You are the pilots.
just steering the way and just like provide propulsion. That's it. Just the engine. That's it.
The engine. I love that.
That's it,
I
yeah.
love that. And you
Yeah.
guys team up together and you guys do
Spot on.
incredible runs.
Yeah. So I mean, we started about last October. So it's about just over a year now.
Yeah.
Where we decided, all right, let's just do a marathon. That was the mission. Okay, let's get
Sheesh.
onto a marathon. And when I decided that I personally want to do a marathon, I was thinking who am I going to do this with. I then just dropped Marco a message, and without even blinking, he just wanted, he's in. And both of us
Why
have not done marathons.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
definitely would never have thought to do a marathon.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's insane. So
Definitely
that was
not.
your first.
And so
Right.
Wings for Life last year was the first time we ran 5 kilometers together.
Yeah,
This is the start.
and we blasted off like
Yeah.
boom from the start. Like, whoa, let's go. Whoa.
Oh my gosh! And what's the training process like for that? Because obviously you have to train. You can't just.
Absolutely, yeah.
Right,
So,
I mean, unless you have that athlete in you, that's just
No.
one of those people that just naturally fit for no reason.
No,
and
you
you
can't,
just,
can't do it.
So I'm definitely not cardio fit. So I started off as a masters throws athlete. So I threw shot puts and those kind of things.
okay.
And so after doing that for a while, I was thinking I need another challenge because I
Yeah.
mean, that's obviously going very well. And then decided let's do a marathon because it's hard. It's something that's completely different. And throwers aren't known for running, you know, and that's why I went towards it because it's something that we just don't do. I mean,
Yeah.
even 10 meters, that's cardio, you know, we just don't do that, you know.
we stay away
So
from
you're
that.
not a runner to start
Yeah,
with.
so I'm not a running starter at all. And so we got into
So your
it. And
big race was like a marathon straight away.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just trying
No,
to
wait
focus
a
on
minute.
that
It gets better.
I love that.
That's so neat. Yeah. And so we just decided, okay, that's the plan. We're going to get going on that. And so how the training works is that essentially I've got my training days during the week where I just put in the time, just day
Yeah.
in, day out. Doesn't matter if the sun's up or down. In fact, I had to make the decision that it doesn't matter what's happening outside. I just need to run. So essentially, there was days where load shedding's happening. It's pitch dark. We're running. You know, you just gotta
Focused
go
man.
1 foot at a time, man. That's it. So
Yeah.
that's been the training. And then Mark and I, we would meet up and then have our weekly runs where we kind of coordinate, all right, how easy to push a chair and get it
Yeah.
right. Because just as I need to be conditioned, Marco too has to get conditioned to be
Yeah, true.
be
Yeah.
wheelchair fit. And
That's for sure.
and the change within Marco over the year we've been training has
Yeah,
been
yeah.
remarkable.
Yeah,
You know, and
yeah.
so most people don't think, and they think that essentially it's the pilot who's doing all the work and everything, but this is a team effort. This
That's
really
it.
is
Yeah.
team
Yeah, we
effort.
become one. Literally on the road,
Yeah.
we become one.
I mean, that's a lot of distance to cover. A lot of
Oh,
time to bond.
Lot of time to watch.
yeah. After the 5Ks, we continued. We made it bigger,
Yeah,
right?
and then it's just slowly moving up. So 5, 10, 15, half marathon, and then the marathon. So we stepped each one. We did each step, and then just
Literally, yeah.
and learning how to do it. There were times where we just knew this was too much, and then take a
Yeah.
longer break.
Yeah.
To it, adapting to what it needs. You know, like I need to change my shoes. Like I
Yeah.
know I need decent
Yeah.
shoes. You know, things like that.
Weather
I
as
think
well.
anyone who starts running, really, we don't know what we do when it comes to shoes.
Yeah.
Trust me, since starting this running podcast, I've learned so much. I was literally just a normal. I mean, I still am just a normal everyday runner. I still know nothing about running.
Yeah.
But because of the people that come on, I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my god, I'm supposed to have proper shoes when I run.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
cool. Stability shoes, got it. Okay, cool.
That's exactly it. So
That's
I mean,
it.
as ours has been just a learning curve from day one.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
just like Mark's doing research, I'm doing research,
Yeah.
we're figuring out
Always
various
learning.
things about
Yeah.
his chair, about wheels, about
Yeah.
vibration,
Yeah.
everything. We had to go down to like the nitty gritty. I mean, I love the fact that it's got these loop wheels now. The loop wheels, it's basically carbon fiber wheels with built-in suspension.
Yeah.
So without those wheels, when you run,
I'm just saying, these people driving cool cars, they wish they had that built-in suspension.
with this, when we adapted his chair, I mean, it looks like a Formula One car.
Yeah,
You
this
know,
chair
it's
is completely customized.
It's fantastic.
Fully customized.
Oh my gosh,
No,
All
you
the
see
way.
it. When you see it, you see it. Yeah.
that's actually so
I got
sick.
a bucket seat carbon fiber as well, like all the way.
Yeah.
Just to make it as light as possible, to make the
Absolutely.
ride as smooth as possible, to get to the finish line as quick as possible,
That's
you
insane.
know, as safe as possible.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well,
You have to be.
I think safety, that's the first thing.
Safety is
Because
number
one.
essentially, at any point, we could just toss Michael out the chair.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah,
and that's a serious problem.
Yeah.
It's a serious problem.
Yeah, and so that's something we've take care of. So for me, I need to be focused all the time. I can't go into the red where I'm just dazed and
Yeah.
confused. So it needs to be
Mm-hmm.
focused all the time and just a little bit ahead of where we're going to, just to make certain we don't
Which
hit
is
something.
very different to normal running. Right?
Absolutely, yeah. So you got
I
to
mean,
keep
I can
focused.
imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's insane. I was actually at, I think it happened a couple of weeks ago, to Oceans Marathon. And usually before like most races in Cape Town, there's the wheelchair race first and then the rest of the runners.
Yes.
And there was a guy, I remember standing in the cheer zone, there was a guy that came through in a wheelchair.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't a cool customized wheelchair like this. It was literally like a normal
Yeah.
hospital wheelchair.
Yeah.
And he was doing the half. And so up, you have to go up, what is that?
Southern Cross, probably.
Yes.
Yeah.
You went up Southern Cross in that wheelchair. By the time you got through to the cheer zone, the two front little wheels were literally going crazy. But he was just going for it. He's just
That's
standing
it,
on
yeah.
the one
You've
end
got to
and
get
just
to the
going.
end.
And I was
Yeah.
just like,
Yes.
I have no excuse not to be doing
Yeah.
this. What the heck am I doing standing in the cheer zone and not running? And for anyone else who's out there cheering and like, I mean, if they weren't a runner and didn't see that guy, then I don't know. But I'm pretty sure everyone saw him and like saw the determination to finish, to start and
Exactly.
finish that race.
There we go. You said it. You said the first one to start. Shucks.
Because that's the major goal we have, to get the first to get the starting line.
That's
Yeah.
the first goal.
Literally to get there it's a mountain.
Yeah.
Just to
That-
get the starting
so,
line. Yeah.
So early and setting up and getting to the start.
I know exactly what you're
You
talking
know what
about.
we- yep.
Yeah.
So all
Few
our race.
punches in the air because you're annoyed to wake up
That's
early.
it,
Yeah.
And logistically, we have to meet
Yeah.
up with race organizers to find out what's happening with the race for accessibility. How can we start? Where can we start? How can we get things through? Get permits sometimes so we can get parking closer to the start of the race.
Yeah.
So we've got to go through all the logistics of getting that sorted out. And then with the chair, it makes it it's tip top. You know, like we have
Yeah.
everything in place. Marco's wife is a part of the team as well,
Oh,
so
yeah.
helping us,
Love that.
She's
making
also-
certain everything is right. I mean, the
Yeah.
day starts early. Sometimes, I mean, like 2-3 in the morning
Yeah,
we have to start. So
was
we
2-3
start
in the
much earlier
morning.
than a normal runner would start because
That's
we need
it.
more
my
time
wife
to
has
get
was to
the
get
gist
me
of
ready
the-
that early in the morning.
Yo.
So
So basically
she's
no
also-
sleep or you go to bed in the afternoon.
Just about, yeah.
you start prepping the day before,
Yeah.
basically.
That would make a
completely.
lot more
You go to
sense.
bed very early and just
That's it.
ready and determined to go in the morning. Like no excuses. Literally no excuses. Our first the Cape Town Marathon.
Yeah.
I actually wasn't well a couple days prior. I was on antibiotics and things
wow.
weren't just going well at all. And then I said to myself, I said to my wife, I said to Shuks, I'm doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it. Even the day before, I wasn't feeling well. I said, we are doing it.
Yep.
And we got up that morning
It's
and
such a
we
runner's
did it.
mindset.
Oh,
And we did it.
Regardless of what, I could be sick, I could be
Yeah.
injured, we're doing
Spot on.
it.
The thing is, when we work through all these contingencies, we figure out, all right, medical, what is to happen? Because we
Yeah.
make certain that Marcos gets his medication
Yeah.
from certain times because
Yes.
the pain just kicks in on
Yeah.
his body because of the nervous system,
Okay.
of the nervous system damage.
Yeah, I've got
There's-
neurological pain, which is
Yeah. So,
yeah.
Okay.
so you've got to take care of, like, make sure that there's the right medication at the right time as well. So
Yeah.
we got to get through all that. And also, if something happens, we didn't know. Call
Yeah.
his wife. Call the race.
Number one.
Call
Call
medical.
wife.
Get the ambulance up there. So yeah. So we have to think about all these things, and then we
Sure.
ready. You know, and only afterwards.
Yeah.
When all these things are in place, then,
Yeah.
then we can race.
Then we blast off. Literally.
Just pick up my jaw. I'm just like an absolute awe and gobsmacked. I mean, I obviously come from like privileged position and not having to think about much. Just thinking about, I just need to get up and shower and get ready and get out the door ready.
You still got time to shower.
Well, depending on what time I wake up. But yeah, it's just like insane how, you have to go through so much prep to be able to make sure that you're there on time and you're ready for your race. And like, it's just, I love that determination. I absolutely love it.
And committed. When you commit, you do it.
I love that you would wake up and be like, okay, cool. The day before you were sick, you're like, I'm still going to do it.
Yeah.
And you still showed up for yourself.
Absolutely.
And you also showed up for yourself and also showed up for your teammates.
Us, yes.
So, which is such an incredible, I don't even know, like I'm lost for words. But it's so inspiring and like I'm so in awe and I absolutely love that. And what like motivated you to be like, okay, cool, I'm going to push Marco, 42 Ks, and we're going to do this together?
Well, the thing is, like, with any goals, we know that we'll reach our goals.
Yeah.
And so we do something amazing. It's actually like running a marathon. I definitely want to do it with someone.
Yeah.
And there was none of my able-bodied friends who were open to, like, they think I'm crazy. Like, what are you thinking? Like a few months ago, do you want to run a marathon? And so when Marco said yes, it was like, that's it. Doesn't matter what the issues is that we need to try to overcome. Like, if we need to get a new chair, we need to, no matter what it is.
We didn't know what was coming, but
we'll just make certain we'll tick the boxes and get to the starting line.
I'm assuming like the chair started coming together after a while,
yes.
and you didn't just have it.
Absolutely.
So, I had the frame, and obviously not the backrest, the frame. So the wheels changed, backrest changed, and I've got
so you
what's
pumped
called
out your ride, really.
We have to. Yeah.
Spot
You got to do it. You got to do it.
So we started the first row, the 5 kilometer we did one loop of the Wings for Life last year. So that was 5 kilometers, and so we used the standard chair.
Oof.
And so we
I actually remember seeing you.
Yeah.
I remember seeing you because actually I wanted to meet you last year.
Okay.
And then I had a weird shy moment. I was like, okay, cool. But I remember waving at you and you still smiled at me. I was like, okay, cool. Well, I had my moments. So I'm just going to keep going.
Really cool.
But I think timing wise, this worked out even better.
100%.
So, I was going to approach you last year already.
We would have chatted the same way.
I know, but again, timing. I think this is even better than what it probably would have been. I don't know.
That's right.
Correct. Yeah.
So.
And for us, having the chair, starting off with a chair that is just standard.
Yeah.
And then training with that, and we did a lot of training runs to the chair as is, and with that, we started figuring out we need more. We need to adjust things.
The vibrations was way too much.
So the vibrations is intense. If you just imagine on the road, nothing's smooth. So you're in vibration, and it's after a while. just on Marco's body alone, just that.
Yeah, and my neck as well, because I've got neck fusion. So going up this for hours is not good.
That's no good at all.
Yeah, no.
So with these wheels, it's smooth.
So you're enjoying this shit the way you like it.
Yeah, a lot better, way better. Way better.
So when I first pushed Marco with his wheels, I could feel the vibrations stopped in my hands. So that would be fatigue for me as well, as I'm running to have that. So now I basically just hook in and I can just keep running, for days. So that's fantastic.
Imagine his grip strength.
I was literally thinking about just like the strength in general that you have to be able to push another whole human being and also push yourself.
How much are we together?
So together we're about 160 Ks. Yeah. So that's our weight.
Imagine that going.
Yeah. So that's why especially at the second part of a marathon, when the
marathon really starts.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When it's like maybe a 1 degree, I can feel a 1 degree incline because you just feel immediately this weight, you're pushing against some weight now.
Yeah.
When the wind comes up, holy moly, that's like a windbreak. You literally as you're hitting a wall. That's what it is.
Oh my God.
It's just insane. And then we just put a head down and we just keep
going.
Put the head down.
And with Shuks, he heats up, or like any other runner heats up. I do the opposite. I freeze. Because I'm sitting and when the wind is coming through,
the wind is,
I'm literally, if I'm not insulated well enough, I hold myself together. I'm like, let's get there. When I see the sun, I'm like, let's get to the sun. And then even when you get to the sun, it doesn't last long. It's like 5 seconds,
Absolutely. So it really is insane. It just cuts deep. The wind just really cuts through. So it cuts through on Marco, so he cools down. Yeah. For me, it's a windbreak. So you got another few kilograms on the chair. Just adding to it.
We love it though. We really do.
Totally.
I can tell by the way you guys are talking about it. It's just like, oh my gosh, this is so easy. Of course, this is so normal.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here, I'm like, What are you talking about?
Yeah, I think because Marco comes from an amazing sporting background, and I've just done sports as well. And the fact is that we just know it's about doing it. You know, it doesn't matter how hard it is, how it feels.
Yeah.
The joy is the action. You know, and
Having
so
that athlete mindset.
That's exactly.
But
what
also,
it is.
that's just like a good athlete mindset to have.
Spot on.
Especially like knowing that, okay, cool, we're gonna do a challenge. We're putting our minds to this. We're gonna do it.
Do
but
the
like
best.
also mentally in the marathon, you go through so many moments of like up and downs all the time.
Why
I
am I
know
doing
because
this?
I ran my first marathon last year, and I was just like, there's so much time on the road, so much happening, so much going through. Halfway through, I was just like, I'm done. I'm calling an Uber, I'm going home. I want to call my mom to come and fetch me, but I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. And I think because I've been through 15 weeks of training, I knew then how to condition my mind to be like, okay, cool, I need to get out of this rut very quickly because
Exactly.
I started this race and I'm going to finish it.
Got to do it.
So I quickly talked myself out of it within those 2 kilometers. I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
We're going to do this. We're going to keep going.
That's it.
Before, it would have taken me 10 Ks
Yeah.
to get out of that rut.
Yes.
So I came a long way to at least do 2 Ks of
Conditioning.
that to come out of that rut.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of conditioning. And I think even more so for the two of you to kind of get out of that, because I'm pretty sure you go through different kind of loops.
Spot on. I mean, before we start, we know this. First of all, there's no finish line.
Yeah, that's
we,
what
we,
we
don't,
say.
we don't think about the finish line.
Yeah.
It's just about going further
Just
and
go,
further.
go,
and further.
just
So
get there.
that is just part of the training. It's just getting through it.
Yeah.
So
I mean, would you have to do like physical training as well? Or is just cardio?
Well, I mean, so I've done like weight training and all those
Yeah.
things, and Olympic lifting stuff. Yeah, so I think that's where my base strengths come from. And
Yeah.
from doing throws events, I just throw things around. You know, that's it.
Yeah.
You know, so that strength was there. So I needed to build the cardio base for it.
Okay.
And essentially now I need to kind of balance the two. I need to
Yeah.
maintain some strength and as well as some cardio.
Absolutely.
But I mean, we did some great work. So Kirsten
Yeah.
Bosch Gardens is the place where we go to. So
Yeah, that's our
that's where we
spot.
do hill work. So we basically
Oh,
just
brilliant.
so we basically run loops. So we got to go
We
up the
did
hill.
loops, up, round,
round,
up,
come
you
back
know
round.
what
down.
loops, what hills you should try?
Is that-
Out in Greenpoint.
Remember,
Oh,
I
I think-
told you, yes.
It's on the
I
list.
said
It's
so.
on the
Out in
list.
Greenpoint. Oh, we cry every time we have to go do those
Those are
hills.
steep
I think
hills.
that's great training.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
you might enjoy just sitting back.
Yeah,
really.
just sitting back going up, but it's
You're
steep.
doing all the work,
It
but
is
like
steep.
it is steep. So that's good training out there.
Spot on.
Well, we did the Bay to Bay, and
Yeah.
Shuks did extremely well there.
Well, so, I mean,
Coming up Hot Bay.
Mm.
I mean, that was intense. I mean, this first time I've done a hill that was that steep. And I remember going up there. So we're in the yellow line, and we hit the hill from the bottom of Sekobosi.
Oh.
And I'm like, I kind of lock in because essentially, I mean, this becomes like a sled push. You know, it becomes like a sled push
Yeah.
because now you just
Yeah.
got weight coming up against you.
Yeah.
So lock in, lock the arms, and it's just driving the legs. So it doesn't. You can't run anymore. Now it's just a fast push. You
Yeah.
know.
Just drive.
And I remember telling to
drive.
Mark, I said, Mark, got my heads down, just keep eye on the road. You know.
So I'm
Keep
like,
my eyes on the
Yeah.
keep to the
road.
left, keep to the right, keep to the left.
Right, so
That's
just
brilliant.
watching the yellow line, and so and so we need to just do more and more of that, and that's the mission, and
Yeah.
to basically make the hills flat by just doing more of it.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Canvassing our minds. Yeah,
Yo, that's
make
it.
it happen.
That is insane. That's crazy. And like, have you guys already done one race? Like,
So
has
we've
there
done
been
two.
more?
We've done 2 marathons right now, but then we're also done
Okay.
Bay 30Ks. You know,
Okay.
we'll do a couple of 10Ks now, so we'll do this one, coupling this
The
weekend.
ABSA.
First
There's
of all, this
Race
one,
for Life,
right,
and then
the
there's
ABSA next
ABSA.
Episode.
And then we're planning to do probably another marathon or half marathon after that. But then I think it's in July. There's the Festival of Running out in Greenpoint.
Yes.
And so I was joking with Marco saying, do you think we should do 100? You know, but we'll probably do 50 because I think it's too soon. It's too soon for 100.
Too soon for 100.
Yeah. So we'll do the 50.
It's the fact that you're still doing 50. I can't go past 42. 42 is just where I cut it out. I'm like, even that is
we've
too
been
much.
to 42. We got to break that one.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You can't say that because now I'm getting competitive in my head. And I'm just like, oh, you can't
Yeah.
just do 42. Now
Yeah.
you have to keep going.
I mean, that's
Round it
That's
off.
the mindset.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's the ultra marathon loop, you know? It's like
Yeah.
distance. Good.
Stop thinking.
You know what?
Do
I've
it,
learned.
yeah.
I've learned to not say anything on this podcast. 'Cause people, they hold you accountable for what you say,
I love
and
it.
now I'm just gonna.
Good. Okay, you've learned.
So good.
It's not happening.
It's you. No, yeah, exactly. I'm not saying anything. I love that you guys have also now partnered up with Wings for Life as well, which is absolutely incredible.
Yes.
I mean, you probably know more about me than
it's the
about Wings for
biggest.
Life
Oh, definitely.
and how that all started, how you got involved.
It's the biggest organization in the world. So it was research for spinal cord injury. And I actually contacted Brandon Beek. He's one of the ambassadors.
Yes.
So I noticed that he was an ambassador, and I was like, I really want to get involved. So I just gave him a text and said, how do I do so? And he gave me the details, and here we are today, basically. But it's not that easy. Obviously, you've got to have the character. Not
Absolutely.
anybody can just become an ambassador, not to blow my whistle or anything like that. But I mean, I've been representing companies for many years, since after school, since muscle science, and how to get into the whole game. So
Absolutely.
it's cool. I love it. I love being an ambassador for all brands.
I love
I'm
that.
also an USN ambassador as well. I've been with them
Okay.
for 5 years now. So a good relationship with them,
Wow.
and building a new one with Wings for Life.
I
So,
love
yeah.
that. No, I love what Wings for Life stands for. I mean,
Oh,
running for
yes.
those who can't. I mean, that's absolutely incredible. And I think, I mean, with so many run crews in Cape Town, which is even,
There's a lot. I don't know.
it literally exploded.
There's a lot.
It literally exploded. And also having them like join in on the runs.
Yes.
And again, having that word spread around and like the awareness going
It's just
around, which is
awareness.
absolutely amazing. And I'm so stoked, literally so stoked to join on Sunday and see all the other run crews as well who will be joining.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. I'm looking forward to that. It's just everyone's been talking about it, so yeah, I'm excited.
I'm super excited. Do you have like any tips to share for, you know, first timers or people who might want to, you know, be in your position or help out someone who really wants to run but can't run?
But I think the first thing is just get early, because like things like fill up, and it's just enjoy the whole environment. I mean, just being there before the race,
Just do it.
just say hi to
Just
people,
commit
just
yourself.
seeing how many people are there, it's fantastic. And then when you're at the start, it's just fantastic.
Yeah,
It really
the,
is just
the, yeah,
an
the
awesome start.
camaraderie, everything
Yeah.
is just amazing.
That
It's-
word you just said, that's probably my favorite word,
It was
camaraderie.
amazing. Just people are cheering us on, congratulating, and
Yeah.
the both of us. It's not just individual. We work as a team. It's not one.
Absolutely.
We one unit, no one
Yeah.
individual.
Yeah, that's amazing. I love that. And I love what you were saying about camaraderie. Like, I think in the last year, that word has stuck out to me the most. And we have a local legend within our running crews. His name is Mike Aubrey. He's been on the podcast before, and he always talks about the word camaraderie. And I think for like the longest time, I was just unsure. I was just like, can this guy just stop throwing this word around? I don't know what it means. And so I looked it
You
up, and
feel
then
it,
you see the meaning of it, but when you actually live it,
Absolutely.
it's so different.
on that day,
and
yeah.
it's literally, I think that also just changed my whole life
Yeah.
and changed my
Yeah.
perspective on running on the sport and the people who do it.
100%.
It's such an insane discipline, and seeing people back that
Yeah.
is just
It certainly is.
amazing.
And when we're on the races, it's just fantastic. Just all
Yeah.
the support we get from people coming past us.
It gives me
people being
goosebumps just
past.
thinking
It's
about
just
it.
amazing. man. Like, I mean, Marcus names the back of his chairs. They'll
Yeah.
go like, legend,
Yeah,
as you
yeah.
go
Love
on
it.
number
Yes,
plates,
yes.
yeah.
Legend WP.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember someone last I was like, you
Yeah.
legend.
Exactly. So it's so cool. And the camaraderie, I mean, it's so strong. I mean,
Yeah.
so I'm part of Pinelands Ladies Club as well. And so the club will run past and they'll just go, they're your name, they go, Pinelands, and
Oh,
they'll
I
shout
love
out.
that.
And it just keeps going
Yeah.
and going. It just it motivates us just to keep going as well.
It
Because
does.
it gets
It
hard, as
does.
you know.
It really
It gets
does.
hard.
Absolutely.
And sometimes just hearing someone call you Marcus' name or call
Yeah,
my name
just
and just pulls you
random.
out of where you're
Yeah.
in and you just kind of keep going.
I think there's something so sweet about having your name
Yeah.
on your shirt,
Yeah.
either it's in the front or the back, and when
Yeah.
someone's cheering you on, especially when
It's a
like
spark.
a crucial moment,
Mm,
And they call your
Yeah.
name.
and they
yes.
call your name, you're just like,
all
oh,
you need. It's all I
okay,
need.
cool.
Yeah.
That's all I need.
So thank you, random stranger.
Yeah, whoever you are.
Literally, I think that's literally become my favorite thing. So even if my name isn't there, I'll like write it down just so people know.
Yeah,
So
it's,
I know there'll be a crucial moment where I'll need to hear my name
Exactly.
and someone
That's
cheering me
it.
on, which is absolutely amazing.
it helps. It helps.
It helps so
really
It
much.
does
does.
help.
Yeah.
It really does help. Oh my gosh! So this weekend, how many loops are you planning to
So
run?
this will be a short loop. We tried to last year we did one. We went
Yeah.
just to
Okay.
two,
It was
and
just a
we'll
test.
see how we feel. But we'll so 2 loops is
Two.
what we're looking at this one only.
Yeah,
Two.
go double.
You guys have done a 42
Oh, spot
Yeah.
and
on.
a 30, so, and this is also flat.
Absolutely. So that's the initial step, and how
Yeah.
we feel in the day, we'll kind of keep going from there. But
Okay.
I love the format though. I mean, that's the best. There's no
Mm.
the finish. You don't run to a finish line.
There's no
The
finish.
finish
Yeah.
line gets you. Comes
I
to
love
you.
it. That's true.
So we just chase it once. Well, it chases
So,
us,
yeah, exactly.
but we got to run.
So I mean, our pace will probably we'll probably do just over 2, but 2 is probably where we want to be at. I mean, the cars can catch us.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that's it.
The goal is to get there.
Yeah.
Okay.
You need to. I mean,
The goal is to.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it might be double.
We
I
do
got a
that.
feeling it just might be
it's
double.
fun. So we try to like just maintain our composure as
Yes.
well as we train. Like this stretch now is to do like shorter distances.
Okay.
And on with the wheels, and then and then from there we'll just keep growing
Yeah.
again to get to the next peak.
Have you guys been training the loop already?
Oh, not this loop, no,
No,
not
not
at all.
actually.
But
I think it might be the same loop as last
it's exactly
year.
the same loop.
It's
Yeah,
exact same.
Okay.
exactly. So
It's
it's,
nice, it's fun,
nice
it's
and
beautiful.
Very
flat,
nice loop.
super flat,
Beautiful.
super fast.
Lovely.
Very nice loop. I mean,
Yeah.
the prime is not my favorite, or just because you run it
You're
all the
always on
time.
it.
I'm
That's
just like,
why.
"Ah."
That's why.
But I love running through Greenpoint Park.
Oh
It's
yes.
so
yes.
nice. It's so refreshing. It's
Spot
like
on.
also maybe because it's very new. Not very new, but like
That's
it's
it.
very different to being on the prom
Just
all
on
the
the
time.
promenade.
Yeah.
So I'm really keen to kind of run that loop as well. It's a very
It's
nice
good.
loop.
And to those that haven't done it before, when they do see it, they'll be like,
Exactly.
oh,
It's fantastic. I
Very
think
scenic.
the
Yeah,
start
beautiful,
finish is
beautiful.
fantastic. Just with the trees lined, it's just. Oh,
And then when you
it's
finish
top
off on the
notch.
field, you get
Yes.
to picnic afterwards.
and get the tree, like you said, the trees.
Also bring your picnic blanket afterwards and just lay
Yeah,
it
and
down
family,
chill.
invite the family. We've inviting friends just to come along
Yeah, just to
before
have,
and after
Yeah,
because it's awesome.
It's gonna be a
Everything's
perfect
amazing.
Sunday.
yeah, that's exactly what it is. Totally.
Spend it as a day.
Oh
Why
my
not?
gosh.
It
Yeah.
became a small little get together. Now it's a day.
Yeah.
Literally,
of
I remember we used to
festivities.
meet just downstairs in front of the
It's a-
door
Yes, yes.
at the entrance, and that was like our meeting point. It was like a small group of us, and I remember being so awkward because I didn't know anyone. And like the people that you meet along the way, and then you see the same people the next year as
Yes,
well.
yes, yes,
Another
yes.
group that has literally grown 4
Expanded,
times
yeah.
bigger than the last year.
And I think for families, normally like our road races start very early, so there's no way they're even awake when it
Yeah.
happens. So with this starting at 1 p.m.,
Yeah.
it's like there's no
Yeah,
excuse.
yeah,
So
Is that because the whole world starts
Starts
at the same time?
Exactly
Same
that.
time. That's
Yeah.
correct. Yeah.
Okay.
And
We're
then-
lucky we get a great spot.
Spot on.
I mean, I didn't know if running in the middle of the day when the sun is out is probably the best.
yeah.
But I
Well,
remember last year was quite hot.
Exactly.
yeah.
But you
I
have to
enjoy
feel
it.
for the people who are in like the Far East,
That's
there's
true.
like
Yeah.
at night, you know. You
That's
just-
that's true.
Yeah, Dubai. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
night time, right?
Right. So it's really intense.
So I guess it is the right time then
Exactly.
for everyone to
We've
run.
got
And it's just so wonderful to see that the world map where people are running, and so you'll see like a dot, like in East
Yeah.
Africa, there was a dot last. I remember seeing that one dot. It's like, oh, that's
Yes.
beautiful, you know.
Yeah.
And so I'm looking forward to see how it grows year on year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's amazing. And I also love like the app. It
Yes.
also like it communicates what's happening,
Plays
what's up.
music
It plays
as well.
music. There's like a bit of podcast happening as well, like a live little radio stream
Yep.
vibe, which is actually really cool. So it's
Really
quite a
cool.
great setup,
Yeah,
really.
yeah.
Such a neat thing.
Because you wouldn't find that in a normal race.
No, not at all.
Not at all.
Not
I think it's quite
not at all.
intensive. I mean, for the finish line to come up to you means that you can actually run anywhere, you know, which is fantastic. Normally,
Yeah,
like
you
you
can
have
run
to go
anywhere.
to the race and start
Yeah.
to finish at where the
can
race
either-
official
you're-
has
you're
marked the
home.
line, the
You're
road.
in the
Yeah.
house.
And yeah, it doesn't matter where you are. You can just go and run.
No excuse.
Absolutely.
No, you don't have any excuse. No, that's absolutely amazing. I mean, I thoroughly encourage anyone
Absolutely.
who hasn't run this
So
before
do I.
to definitely give it a go. I know that I really enjoyed it the last 2 years, and I think I'm gonna enjoy. Actually, I don't even think I know I'm gonna enjoy it again
Yeah.
for the
Spot on.
3rd time. So, I mean, do you guys have any encouragement to throw out for any first timers out there
Oh,
to give it a go?
Just absolutely enjoy it. Just,
Yeah, just do it. Lace up,
just
get up.
Yeah,
and
grab,
just
grab a
go.
friend in a chair as well and bring
Just
them around. Yeah, that's
Exactly.
that.
Grab a chair.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much.
Thank
for
you. Thank you for having
joining
us on
the
your
running
podcast. Thank you so much.
Absolutely honored. I'm so excited, so stoked for both of you to see you guys on the road this weekend, but also just excited for you guys' journey. I'm looking forward to it, and I think this has inspired me even more to actually continue signing up for more races and to
That's
keep
it.
pushing and challenging myself. Not making
Awesome
any
stuff.
promises. 42 is just what I'm sticking to. That's my goal.
That's
I've
good.
learned that from you
Okay.
guys. That's my goal.
That's
And
it.
whatever else happens on the day,
It happens.
it
yeah.
happens. So thank you so
So,
much.
thank you
for
too.
Oh,
joining.
thank you. Thank you for having us.
Um,
Cool.
Thank you.
That was fun. Yeah.